Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and we're going to be reacting to this Undertale Analog Horror. I'll put the link to the first episode in the description. You can watch all these and stuff. So, yeah. So let's get into it. So, mt.ebott disappearings. Reporting missing. The seventh person went missing on the police have been trying to find any clues of the missing people around the mountain, but it seems like nothing useful has been found. The last and possibly the worst theory where the missing people might be. What they fell into the hole on the top of the mountain. Or that they fell, not what they fell. The depth of the hole is estimated to be 1,000 feet. That means the chance of surviving is not guaranteed. I like this music. Even if some of them survived, it's unlikely that they will survive for a long time. But then there is one more thing about this whole story, specifically about mt.ebott. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but we'll go. 2 races over the earth. After a long battle, the humans were victorious. They sealed the monsters underground with a magic spell. If monsters are still down there after such a long time, it could be a possibility that they won't be so friendly towards fallen humans. Or maybe even these monsters changed over the time living underground. To more primal behavior. What's that? Oh wait, those are from monsters. Ooh, that looks scary. Okay, now the next one is called Investigation. I like his music. After a few weeks since the disappearance of the seventh person on the territory of mt.ebott, the whatever that says, police department sent an investigation group and caving experts to go inside mt.ebott to find out at least any clues of the missing people. The caving experts that joined the investigation were Scott and Jeffrey. They were equipped with every important caving gear. Scott was given the camera and a microphone to communicate with Officer Connor. The rest of the members went on top of mt.ebott, watched everything and Scott on camera through the computer that connected the devices. The following audio is the conversation between Connor and Scott during this investigation. I'm scared. Okay, we finally got. Oh. I don't even know where that is. Oh, that's Toriel's house. Overcooked. Toriel's gonna eat them, right? Come on. Over you guys. Okay, that was scary. Whoa. Okay, we got bravery. Oh, and Don's gonna eat them. I don't even know what that is. I'm scared. Okay, through the forest. Is it still working? Oh, it does. Thank goodness. Anyways, hello to whoever you are. I highly doubt that someone would find this. My name is Frisk. And I am the 7th person who is now missing on mt.ebott. Here's this small self-portrait I made. Now you may ask me how and why I went to mt.ebott. It's a long story. The main thing I am alive and well, at least for now. You see, this place is filled with some terrifying creatures. The first one I discovered was a large 8 feet tall goat-like creature. She called herself Toriel. Here's what she looked like. Oh. She brought me to her old dusty house. That's where I found this camera. She seemed nice and friendly, but then she announced the dinner time, and her dinner was me. I, thanks to incredible luck, ran out of her house into the snowy forest. I walked through it for some time thinking I was safe, but then I heard something. I took a photo of what was making the noise. Sans, I had a fun time running from that thing. I hid behind a rock and thankfully it didn't see me. I took a picture of it walking away to get a better view. How did it not see me? I have no idea. I'm going deeper into the forest. Hopefully I'll find the exit from this place. See you, hopefully. Snowden Woods. Hello again. I can't believe I am actually sitting right now and recording this. Just around 15 minutes ago, I was sure I will be a dead meat. Anyways, I'll tell everything what happened today. Oh. I went deeper into the forest. After some time, I found a way to a place called Snowden. Wherever this place was, I went down that way. I saw a lot on my way. I saw a lot of some broken booths and small abandoned huts. No, please. Then I looked at the trees around me. Some of them looked weird. And then I thought it was my imagination. But I really saw the trees moving. Not like moving because of the wind, but like they're moving like they were alive. I took my camera and took a picture. Oh yeah, that's papyrus. It's so cold. Sand said that human skin is warm. I need human skin. 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 I need human. Okay, I'm not saying that. That's Gaster. That skeleton-looking thing started running towards me and screaming. It was fast, way faster than the previous monster. It could catch me easily. I ran into the part of the forest where the trees were much closer to each other. That monster was not very tall. It was not only very tall, but had difficulties to move its body. Plus, dodging many trees was a struggling task for it. I ran as fast as I could until I saw silhouettes of buildings. It was a small town. There was a sign. It said, "Welcome to Snowden." Looking at the town, it seemed like a bustling town that, for some reason, was abandoned. It gave me really weird feelings of nostalgia for a place I've never visited before. Right now, I'm inside what's supposed to be a small restaurant. Hopefully nothing will find me, at least for an hour. I'll tell more after I leave Snowden and continue my journey. See you. Okay, let's finish the next one. History of monster kind. Rune found.
Welcome to the history of monster kind. In this informative film, we will tell you the chronological history of
Kind dropped into the underground. From the times we rule the earth to the present day. Prepare yourself for quite the ride into our long time ago. Monsters ruled over the overworld with another race called humans. For centuries, the two races ruled the earth in peace and harmony. And fortunately, it didn't last forever. A long and brutal war sparked between the two races. Humans were victorious. The rest of the monsters that were killed in the plains of war under the mt.ebott with a magic spell. Sealed away with a magical barrier. Jeez, I can't keep up. That haven't been removed to this day. Reasons for it being the magic that is too complicated and strong to be removed by the magic of monsters. The monsters slowly adapted to the new habitat and built a new civilization that the world had never seen. before the capital was soon built near the barrier so that monsters could live and look at the sealed exit with hope of getting out one day. A century later, monsters went deeper and deeper into the underground. Surprisingly, the underground was much bigger than Ernest thought, making them go deeper and inhabiting more areas. The new and the second capital city was soon built in the deeper part of the underground. Okay, you guys read that. I'm tired of reading it.
By being trapped in the underground with the help of the magic, the new nation quickly became habitable for all inhabitants. With magic, many inhabitable places were terraformed to the great places of Earth. The waterfall for the sea lovers, Upland for all folks, and Snowdon for those that preferred cold weather. Our civilization became more and more advanced. In the early 1500s, the building of the most important structure in the underground has begun. This structure heats the entire underground, filters the air, and also works as a storage facility and also as a magic generator. This structure got the name Core. Thanks to the core, it is possible to live in every part of the underground without worrying about anything. The core spreads such things as food and electricity through the entire underground, making the life of our kind easier. Without the creation of the core, monsters wouldn't have evolved that much and that fast in such things like magic and technology. And maybe even without it, we would have been evolved as much more different creatures than what we are today. Considering that we as species, we evolve much faster than, for example, humans. Our evolution obviously also depends on the place where we live and the conditions of the place. In our current time, the underground is a prosperous, beautiful, and a great place not only to live, but to wait for the day when our kind will finally be freed from the underground and finally see the sun above our heads again. That day will come, and monsters will prevail once again. Thank you for your attention, and have a great time. May the Lord save us and help us rise again.
Oh, why did it catch on fire? The decay of the civilization.
On the 14th of May, 1945, the Kingdom of Monsterkind got its new ruler. On this day, His Majesty Prince Asgore Dreamer and his wife, Her Majesty Princess Toya Dreamer, were coronated in Hoffman Cathedral, located in the central square of the capital. From this day, the kingdom is under the control and protection of His Royal Highness, King Asgore I. May the Lord save the king.
One week after the explosion.
Tori, are you okay?
No, I'm not. For the past 2 weeks, I've been trying to come up with any ideas on how to fix the situation, yet no good ideas come up in my head.
Well, Tori, you shouldn't stress out that much. You need to rest. You've been looking awfully exhausted lately.
I can't rest.
Why do they all like that?
Do you even realize what is happening? The core is gone. It exploded, and 2/3 of the territory of Holland is in ruins from the shockwave of fire. And that's not it. The whole underground is suffering from a migration crisis. The civilians from Holland are running to the waterfall or the capital. There are dozens of monsters stuck in the border of the capital because there are just too much of them coming. There have been also high numbers of clashes between the civilians and the guards. Oh, and how could I forget? Since the core is gone, magic is now dangerously limited. Without the core, we can't generate food or magic. We can't have electricity or filtration of the air.
But we don't need core to make food.
Asshole, do you really not understand the whole situation? Are you really that ignorant and naive? What about the electricity? Without it, you can't make anything nowadays. There have been reports of monsters suffering from famine in the most distant parts of the underground because not only they don't have any connections with the core, but also they are suffering from the loss of electricity. They are starving. The monsters are starving. And I'm trying to come up with any idea on how to fix all of this, which is weird. Since you are the ruler of the underground, you should be the one thinking about how to fix that.
I ordered to organize the refugee camps, also the evacuation centers in Holland so that there will be less injured civilians.
Did you think about the core? Did you think about how to bring the electricity back? Did you think about how to save your people from starvation?
I did, but
What do you mean, what? You didn't think of that? Look at me! I've been eating as little as possible so that Kara and Azrael could eat more. And you didn't think of how to make sewing so that everyone could eat as much as they want.
Toya, I'm trying.
You don't give a shit about your own people.
That's not true. Nothing serious, dear. Go back to sleep now. I will evacuate everyone from Holland, and then order the royal scientists to find any solution to fix the core.
I wish I could believe, Asgore.
2 weeks after the explosion. NBC News.
Welcome back to the daily news of the underground. It's been 2 weeks since the explosion of the coal. Since that horrifying event, the casualties have grew from 100 to 10,000 across the underground. Around 85% of the buildings in all the underground, including the 2 capital cities, have been suffering from the electricity loss. Since it is heavily limited and is only used in some of the busiest and most important parts of the 2 capitals. A week ago has been reported that the flu and cholera pandemic has broken out, and the regions that are being most affected by the crisis, like food, electricity,
This is
magic,
scary.
and other important supplies, have caused the most severe humanitarian crisis that our continent has never seen before. The royal scientists have been working hard on trying to restore the core, but it can take years for the core to finally be fully restored. Considering what is happening right now in the underground, it seems like a lot of monsters will live on for that moment. And we wonder what we will do now. How are we gonna live? This is the question that everyone is asking. But the most realistic and, unfortunately, the worst case scenario is that we will go back to the Stone Age. Or maybe, at that time, there won't be anyone left.
Four weeks after the explosion.
After a long time of suffering, when we thought it couldn't get worse, another tragedy happened in her royal family. Cara Dreamer, a human that was adopted by her royal family, got terribly sick by flu. A week later, Cara Dreamer passed away from the virus that was too strong for Shari's already weakened organism. The king and queen are mourning the loss. The child of man was buried underneath the golden flowers with the view to the sky in royal family's private garden. These flowers were deeply loved by Cara. Now she can finally rest in peace right underneath her favorite flowers. Fly high, Cara Dreamer.
One month after the explosion. Oh. What's that? Oh, he's got Israel. I can't take it anymore. Everything's getting worse. The whole underground is suffering from epidemics, and I lost my child. Wait, is that Toriel? I am starving. I want to eat. I want to eat. I want to eat. Oh, this is Toriel's house.
Toriel, I was talking with Dr. Office and it seems like we could fix the core earlier than we thought. We could finish it before we lose more of our civilians. Tori? Hello? Is anyone home? Ah, Tori, here you are. Did you hear what I told you?
Oh my gosh, yeah, I'm gonna have to censor that. Anyway, since this is censored, I'm going to tell you what's happening. What's happening is that Toriel's eating herself. Toriel's going to eat Asgore next. Oh, she's going to eat Asgore, isn't she? Following audio is the last song that the underground sirens played before going completely silent. The song is about the hope of the monsters that one day they will leave the underground. Despite the dislike towards the royal family and among the civilians, it still shocked a lot of people. King Asgore ordered the guards to deport Queen Toriel and lock her into the the new capital, the city. Wait, King Asgore, I ordered the guards to deport Queen Toriel and walk her into the new capital, the city that was slowly turning into abandoned ruins. The king himself fell into severe depression. He isolated himself from everyone and then everything by locking himself in his own throne hall. Nobody saw him in person again. The royal family is gone. The kingdom of monster kind is gone. This is dark. What a saddening end to such a powerful race. Okay. Him and them of hope, I'm pretty sure that's what it says. Oh, it's an extra. What is that? Even to this day, you can hear the king's cries. The great disaster is next. Monster Kind Broadcast Corporation. News of the day. His Majesty's inspirational speech. We need captions.
Hopes and dreams. In his speech, King Asgore reminded his people that the current century marks the 1000th anniversary of the monster kind getting drowned in the underground. He also gave a hopeful message that from now on, monsters will be actively seeking any possible way to break the barrier that keeps the monsters trapped in the underground. More active than during the previous rulers. Thanks to our technological achievements, we now have many ways in our pockets to try and free ourselves from the trap that we have been stuck in for a whole millennium. The people are inspired by this speech and have high hopes for the future of this nation. May the Lord bless and save the king and his people.
Project Spear of Justice. What do you mean laughter?
Project Spear of Justice was developed by the royal scientists by King Asgore's order. But before explaining what the project is about, we need to know how the core works. Inside the core there are 4 containers and 1 massive reactor in the middle. Each container stands for storing and delivering different important resources that the royal scientists add into them and control their amount. These resources include magic, electricity, warm water and food that can be delivered quickly from one region to another in minutes. These containers in control amounts send their resources into the reactor that separates and transports them into various pipes that are inside the walls and roofs of the mountain across every part of the underground. If there is imbalance between the containers, like the lack of water for example, the structure needs to be closed before the containers transport them into the main reactor, because if the reactor gets imbalanced amount of the resources, it can cause a variety of issues, from mixing resources with each other to when the ways to the reactor are closed. The structure must be put on a low power mode, which slows the process of the core. It might be annoying to the civilians that their food is delayed, but it is for their own good. After the structure is in low power mode, the scientists use the magic from the magic container to generate the missing amount of food to make the balanced amount of the resources. The magic itself is getting collected by monsters that they get to fill the container through special machines made by the scientists. Mostly the scientists themselves give their magic to fill the containers. After there is a balance between the resources, the core is getting turned back on the normal working mode. Now, about the project Spear of Justice. The main objective of the project is to send a massive amount of magic from the core's reactor straight into the barrier through the special pipes. Theoretically, the big amount of magic might overpower the magic that the barrier is made of, which could lead to its destruction and eventually the freedom of the monster kind. The possibility of this project to be successful is unlikely, though His Majesty is determined in its succession.
Let me guess, that's how the port exploded. They tried breaking the barrier, but there wasn't any magic in the core, so all the food got mixed up and then it went BAM! Right? Dr. Sparkle, Dr. Fergus.
Greetings. This is Dr. Fergus speaking. This tape is for educational purposes. We are pretty much making a historical event where we might have found a solution to how to break the barrier and free ourselves from the underground. First, I need to look at the passages of the continuous before I'm going to do that, I think I really need to tell you more reasons to that. Even if this project, Spear of Justice, isn't going to work, it would still be nice to record it as one of the many experiments of ours trying to get out of this mountain. Maybe even this tape will be shown in schools as one of the many attempts of mankind trying to break free. Or maybe, if this is going to be successful, this tape will be one of the most important pieces of evidence of our kind and our greatest achievements. We will make history. I will make history. Anyway, what I need to... right.
I'm scared, bro.
Road and... there we go. Fergus, are you ready? Oh, yes, just 1 second.
26th of April,
Okay.
7:40
Now we have
a.m.
transport magic from the magic container to pipe W that connects to pipe E, which will then be delivered straight to the world, yes. From there, the king and his soldiers will use the pipes, a cannon of sorts, to shoot straight at the barrier. Shoot it.
All right.
Did you block the passages?
Yes, everything's fine.
Okay, good. So, send the magic from the magic container to pipe W, which will then send it to pipe E, and then pipe S, basically straight to the corridor where the barriers located. The king and the engineers already pulled the pipe from the underground that's facing the barrier.
I can barely hold my excitement. Even if this isn't gonna work, it would still be a nice try.
Yeah. But I hope this will at least weaken the barrier. I mean, we live in a very technologically advanced age, so now we have much more possibilities and opportunities than, for example, 100 years ago.
Right. Okay, everything should be on its place now. Now all we need to do is to send the magic into previously set pipes.
Alright, so I'll scratch here. Okay, this one right here. Okay. Everything's at its place. You ready?
I sure am.
Here we go.
It's not gonna work.
So, when am I to reach the destination?
About 5 to 10 minutes.
Alright. Hey, Sparkle, you want me to bring you something to drink as a celebration of possibly succeeding in our project? Sparkle, is everything okay?
Did you block the passages of containers to the main reactor?
Yes I did. What's wrong?
Look at the screen. Why does it show that 3 containers released their contents into the main reactor?
And then,
Fergus, that was the first thing that we needed to do. Did you forget to do that?
No, I was sure to block them.
Do you know what could have happened?
oh no.
Fergus, go and push the emergency button.
It doesn't work.
What? God damn it. This is Dr. Sparkle speaking. There is a resource imbalance in the core and the emergency system doesn't work. I need all available scientists and engineers to go into the core and help us to fix this before it's too late. There's only me and Dr. Fergus. We need more people here. The pressure levels have reached maximum point. I need all available scientists and engineers to go now.
Oh no.
What's the noise?
Oh no. Oh. Royal Castle.
Magic's supposed to arrive at this moment.
Maybe there was a problem in the pipes, or maybe the royal scientists delayed the deployment.
It could be possible, but why? Everything should be working well.
Your Majesty! Your Majesty!
Dr. Alvis, what's wrong? You don't look so good.
The core! It exploded! It's on fire!
Excuse me?
The people in the hotland don't have enough water in their region to put out the fire. They require water from neighboring waterfall region. Your Majesty, please allow them to get water from there. Your Majesty.
Oh, it's nothing, really. About the water. Why do they need the water so much that they require more water from another region? I'm sure they'll be fine and the fire will be put out easily.
Your Majesty.
I answered your requests. You're dismissed.
Your Majesty? Was she serious?
between the underground firefighting department and the hotline firefighting department, 8:20 p.m.
Underground Fire Department, what's your emergency?
There was an explosion at the core which stopped the fire. All-time firefighters are trying to put it down, but it doesn't go out very well. Our water supply is running out.
Okay, let me contact you to the local hotline firefighter station.
Everyone from every single station here in Auckland is already here, but it's still not enough to put the fire down. We need more water from neighboring regions to put the fire down.
I understand. I contacted the Waterfall Firefighters Department. The Waterfall Firefighters are on their way.
It happened
Can you
over...
explain what exactly happened?
Everything was quiet until the core started shaking violently. We thought that it was just doing its job as usual, it's a bit more active, and then suddenly alarms broke out, and then it just blows up. Just where the hell is the water from Waterfall?
It's on its way. It's gonna arrive soon.
It has been only 30 minutes and it's still not here. Just send us water from anywhere. I don't give a shit. We need the water right now. The fire is too strong.
What was that noise? Maybe it's the magic that finally...
Your Majesty! Your Majesty!
What's wrong?
The core!
I'm sorry, but haven't I told you and Dr. Alphys that I do not allow sent water from the waterfall? The fire is surely not as dangerous as people say.
Your Majesty! The core exploded again! Much stronger than before! There have already been reports of hundreds of deaths and thousands of injured people around Hogland. The shockwave from the explosion damaged some of the pipelines in other regions. Your Majesty, this is a severe disaster that is going to affect hundreds of thousands of people, including the royal family. What are your orders? Your Majesty?
Oh, contact me with the royal scientist immediately.
Yes, in a minute.
Oh no. Asgore don't care about anyone. Yeah. Wait, guys, I can read it. Okay. Wait, did that just have captions? Girl, this isn't music.
Dr. Alphys?
Oh, Your Majesty. Welcome back. I just finished the statistics of civilian casualties. 1.5 weeks after you organized the evacuation of Hotlanders to the refugee camps in the outskirts of Hotland, the casualties decreased by 40%. I know it's not as good as 80%, for example, but still good, right?
Absolutely. That's wonderful to hear.
There's more good news from me. The blueprints of the core were intact. That means we can use them to rebuild the core instead of trying to build it from memories and photos.
That's fantastic. Didn't expect to hear 2 good news in a row, especially during such a difficult time for all of us.
Right. Anyway, I made some cup noodles for us. Would you like some?
Sure. Thank you.
So, Your Majesty, how is your family?
Oh, they've been, well, not bad, but could have been better. Toriel is, acting weird, but Azrael has been doing just fine. He stays at home more often than usual for obvious reasons, but other than that, he's been fine.
What do you mean by Toriel acting weird?
Well, since the explosion, she has been acting strange. Like, for example, not eating much. I mean, I know and understand the current situation, but we still have enough food and water for our family. But she either gives most of the food supplies to Azrael, even too much than needed, or she simply refuses to eat. She's saying stuff like, I can't look at the food and eat it while there are starving people out there. I told her that despite the difficulties, the food and water supplies are getting sent to those who are in need, but she just simply refuses to listen. She says that she won't eat a crumb until I will give enough food to every living soul in the underground. Meanwhile, she doesn't do anything. She just belittles me and complains about me not doing the things that she thinks are right. She really wants to act as some sort of a hero by pretty much starving herself and, like I said, at the same time, not doing anything useful. I just hope that everything will get better soon.
I'm sure everything will be fine. Maybe Her Majesty is just very stressed out and might say and do strange things.
Possibly. She has been really emotional for as long as I remember, so maybe it will eventually fade away.
I'm sure of that.
Thank you, Doctor. Genuinely. I really appreciate your kind words.
Do you want to take some of the noodles so that your family can have some too?
Sure. Oh, I don't know about Toriel since she will most likely refuse so that she can pretend to be a poor, starving civilian. But Azrael and Azrael might enjoy them a lot.
Great. I'll give some for your family.
Thank you. I will always appreciate your help.
Don't mind it. I should thank you for always coming here and helping me and other people to organize nationwide aid.
I'm just giving orders and listen to your advices. Nothing else.
I'm still thankful to you for simply coming here and at least trying to fix the situation.
Oh, guys, I get it. She wasn't eating, she wasn't eating herself at that part. She wasn't eating herself. She was eating, was it Chara? Or Toriel? Not Toriel. Azrael. 1 month after the explosion. Is Dad back? I missed him. He has been at work for so long today. Oh no. Mom? This is Azrael's perspective, isn't it? The queen ate her own child on the 5th of May 1973. Approximately at 4 a.m. It has been reported that Her Majesty Queen Toriel I committed an act of murder and cannibalism of her own child, Prince Azrael, His Majesty King Asgore. I found his wife in their son's bedroom, sitting in front of a half-mauled corpse of Azrael. Currently, the queen is No. Oh, and you could use. Can you guys hear the screams?
Your Majesty! Your Majesty!
Doctor.
Your Majesty, I'm so sorry for what happened. What should we do? What can I do for you?
There's no need for you to do anything. You have already done so much.
Your Majesty, where are you going?
I'm going away. As far as I can. I don't want to look around. I don't want to look at what have I done. It's all my fault. If it wasn't for me, none of this would have happened.
Wait!
Thank you so much, Dr. Alvis, for everything.
Your Majesty, you can't leave me here!
About 1.5 months after the explosion. Found footage.
Entry number 17. It's been 2.5 weeks since the incident at the Royal Palace. King Asgore, former king, has locked himself in the throne room and refuses to get out of there. The Queen was sent to life in prison of the new capital, far away in the most western part of the underground. After the king left us, everything went downhill. I heard that the new capital is in chaos because of the heavy restrictions of literally everything. Electricity, water, food. Everything is very limited. The reason for it is that the city is located far away from the old capital and other major cities, making the aid transportation to the new capital much more difficult. And what's worse is that the new capital doesn't have enough facilities or factories to produce vital supplies. Like, for example, electricity. The city has always been dependent on foreign aid and supplies. The people there are protesting and committing violent riots and unrest in the region. The whole underground is in turmoil. It's unlikely that they...
2 months after the explosion. Is that Metaton? Yeah, that's Metaton.
It's dark like in a void. How unfortunate that it all came to this.
His hand... His hand's the wrong way. What the heck? I think his hand's wrong.
No one is really interested in my shows.
Oh no.
Because only a small percentage of people have access to still somehow working TV nowadays. Anyway, there is no time for me to be sad and all that. I gotta check Dr. Alphys. I haven't... Alphys! Darling, you need to leave your room at least once every day. You know you can't be there forever. There's still plenty of canned food left, and I know that you can't live without eating at least one can per day. Hello? Alphys? Come on, darling. It's time to come out.
Alphys killed herself. Oh. It's either Alphys killed herself or somebody hung Alphys. Oh, Alphys isn't dead, but she hung herself. So we got Timmy, Stage 1, 1973 through 1977. Stage 2, 1977 through 1980. Wait, no. Where's Stage 3? Stage 3, 1980 for 1990. Stage 4, 1990 for 2000. Stage 5. The end? Really? That? His speech. Okay, this is the extra one.
They obviously had no more. Not only that, but when they were sealed underground, they eventually faced a process of evolution. Their bodies and behavior changed, but it didn't bring them any negative effects. Actually, it was quite the opposite. It made them more agile, and they could survive without food or water for much longer than before. The same thing would have happened with them again when the core exploded. But the main problem was that the monsters became too spoiled with all the technologies and privileges they had. younger generation became too carefree,
Who are those people?
sensitive, so defended under all greed.
That looks like Papyrus or Sam.
Monsters back in the days didn't have electricity and weather just
Oh, this is Gaster.
do themselves for
Whoa. Whoa. Guys, that's it for today's video. It was a long one, but we were able to do it. So, bye guys.